Hello, and how are you doing today? I am the Doctor of Properties, and today I'll be giving you 5 tips on how to survive Nigeria financially in this present time. You know that recently the government has injected a lot of shocks into the economy, and this has driven a lot of people into frenzy and uncertainty. All right, so these 5 tips I will share with you actually help you to navigate during these tough times. Okay, and you'd like to stay around till number 5. Number 5 is actually going to help you stay afloat, especially in this time where there's a cybersecurity levy on your account. If you're ready, I'm ready, and let's go. So number 1, the first thing you want to do is to have a budget and have a budget for yourself. You cannot just leave your money just floating all around, not knowing what it's doing. All right, so it is said that when you have a budget, you actually tell your money where to go and you understand where it went. Okay, so you have a budget. The basic things you need to do when you're creating a budget is the basic necessities of life: food, shelter, clothing. And after that, after you do for food, shelter, clothing, underneath you can have for emergencies, you can have for charity, you can have for health. The reason why you have to plan all these things is also to understand that there are different budgets allocated to these things that are important, so one doesn't overlap the other one. Okay, and when you have exhausted that budget, you know that for that month every other thing will be paused till the next month. Okay, so you know where your money is going to, and you're not looking for your money every time. Okay, so number 1, the budget is very important. All right, so number 2, you want to have 2 accounts designated for the purposes of business and transfers. All right, so you want to move all transfers and petty things to an account that can take care of them and where you can understand the levies and the charges on it. All right, so your business account for transfers or for doing business should be different from the ones you use in paying bills. All right, do not mix both of them together. It is simple, so that at the end of the month or at the end of the week, you understand how much was charged on this and how much was charged on the other one. And number 3, you want to cut down on your expenses and live below your means so that you can stack up more money, for future projects. So you want to cut down on unnecessary expenses, parties, and things that do not add value or money to your account, that necessarily takes away instead of adding more. So during this period, you have to cut down on those so you can stack up more money to save for the rainy days. Number 4, you actually want to put your money to work for you. All right, so you have to look for businesses, you have to look for things that you can invest in. If possible, invest in yourself. If there is an idea that you have, an idea that can help people solve a particular challenge or problem, you want to invest in that. You can create a course, you can write a book, you can publish videos, you can do so many things. You can learn forex, you can invest in stocks and other ventures, things that ensure that your money keeps working for you and brings back returns on investment, which you can use to actually stay afloat during this season. Number 5 is about inflation and hedging against inflation. Inflation is a silent thief. It just takes your money little by little and you don't really know it. So that money in the bank account is actually in figures, all right, but in purchasing value it has greatly reduced. So your 1 million in the account, yes, it's just there in figures, but in the purchasing power, you already know it's about 650,000 or 750,000. So in this time, what do you do? How do you hedge against inflation? The best way is to invest in real estate. Yes, invest in properties, invest in assets, invest in things that will increase in value and give you capital gains. And you know what? Inflation actually favors real estate, because you know why? During down times like this, okay, companies look for a way to reduce their prices so that you can actually come in. But when you come in, if the property is worth like maybe 4 million naira or 5 million naira before, the company can decide to bring it down to 3.5 or 4 million naira. All right, so when you take that money in the bank and put it into a property, guess what? When you're selling that property in the next 3 years, it's not going to be 3.5 million or 2.5 million. The property value is actually going to skyrocket way higher, and that gives you a chance to actually enjoy capital gains. All right, so remember that inflation is a silent thief and you want to hedge against inflation. And one of the best ways to hedge against inflation is to invest in real estate. All right, so there you have it. These are the 5 tips, and I hope you found them very valuable. And what are the other tips that you have in mind that you think can help us to scale through these trying times? Comment them below. We would love to see them. Thank you for your time. Bye-bye.